So, a bit of background story first. This was me flying the FT MiG-3 back in 2017. So about 3 years ago today in 2020. This was my second plane that I ever flew. I went from the tiny trainer straight up to the MiG. Looking back at it now, it probably wasn't the best idea considering I was still a big noob. I can still remember after a flight shaking like a leaf because I guess I had an adrenaline rush. As you can see, the takeoff was a bit scary. I had to really concentrate on flying this plane. Whoa! The finger monster has appeared. It's hard to hold a phone and record without getting your fingers in it, and if you're wondering, it was shot on my brother's Samsung S7, so I don't blame him. It was very touchy or jittery, if you like to say. And that's because I was using my old transmitter, which is not programmable, so no expo or anything. I flew with no expo for a while. I believe it makes you more precise with doing very small movements on the sticks. So, in turn, I believe it makes you a better pilot. The onboard footage was shot on a camera from one of my toy drones. It was the Lighthawk Snap. And we took out the circuit board and the camera and mounted it to the MiG where the canopy is. So to record footage, I had to bring the battery for the drone and the transmitter to record it. And I had to say, it is decent footage. Now, there's no real good footage in this video because I was a sissy and I wouldn't fly low. And if you heard my dad, you'd hear him just saying, lower, 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 come on, let's get lower, lower, lower. Please forgive me. Now, let's analyze a crash. This is when I was trying to get good at right-hand circuits, which I'm still not very good at because I don't practice. So I just finished a right-hand turn, and I was going to do my left-hand turn, but I banked it over way too much. And well, that was the end of that. But it's funny because I didn't crash while doing a right-hand turn. It was when I was doing my left, which is really weird. And something also ironically happened was that my brother was saying, now don't do any aerobatics here now. And then I literally crashed like a couple seconds later. And the MiG was fine after the crash. Because, well, I believe because we built it out of this Elmer's foam board, which was really strong and it was also heavier than the stuff that I use now and the flight test stuff. Because like this stuff, I would like pound it and it wouldn't crease as easy or anything. So it was great in that sense. Like I crash it and like the plane would still look like pristine, basically, per se. But it also had the negative effect because it affected the CAG, and we had to actually put some weight at the front to balance it out. But now with the Elmer's Ross board that we use now, it's around the same weight as the foam board that the FT guys use, so it's quite good with balancing, and like no need to put more weight up at the front to balance it out. But I can't find the after photo of this plane or that MiG at all. The only other video I can find is one from the canopy footage, so if there's any cool shots, I'll put that in. And yes, I said that MiG because, like I said, that was back in 2017, and I actually had a bad crash with it. I lost control and it went up in a tree, and we actually couldn't find it until like somebody on the radio, like we have this thing called open line, and someone called it in saying that they found a plane up in a tree. And then we went and got it, and it was pretty battered up. We probably could have flew it, but we decided to take a step back and fly something a bit easier, like the Cub, which there's lots of videos on my channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you really liked it, like I said before, I have other videos, especially my newer ones will be better, and if you really liked it, you could always subscribe. Anyways, stay safe out there, try and get offline if you're able to.